Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your January 2024 reading. I've laid out the African and Tarot of the Divine in one deck along the axis of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with a good tarot and integrate 3 oracle decks along the way. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. I will be doing private readings. All the information for that is in the description box below. I do want to caution you that I will never offer you, email you, call you, ask you, or offer a reading to you. And this is for your safety and protection. However, I am going to be giving away a free monthly reading based on comments and donations that I get throughout the month. And I will, at that time, I will email those. I will never ask for money. And if I'm emailing you about a free reading, it will be free. So I hope that's clear. Check out that information in the box below. And let's get started with your overall energy, Taurus, for January. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands is this very strong place where you are negotiating your communications, your intimate conversations with others, the way that you're learning about yourself and planning to move forward, outward in your relationships in a way that's new. You are understanding that you have gathered and gained a level of skill from your strength, the things that you've learned along the way from your experiences, and that very much has defined you to date. However, you're looking to expand and grow that. You're gaining the courage and the inspiration to move towards unfamiliar relationships, experiences with confidence, moving into those spaces with a desire to grow. This is beautiful for your almost opening your arms to the world, planning a future for yourself. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the 8 of Wands. And this is, again, really focused on your communication. This is an area that has been highlighted on the full moon in Cancer, which is the day that I'm doing these readings. This is the area where you are communicating with others intimately, the way that you share information with those you work with, those you live with, your intimates, the way you're understanding new ideas, reaching out, making contacts, and receiving communications, messages, or offers from others. In the first house, we have the 3 of Swords. And this is indicating that you have been making a very long-standing effort to deeply understand, look at the patterns of your behavior that you now recognize have limited you. You're trying deeply to understand the ways in which you can take responsibility for those disappointments or challenges that you have endured. Trying to understand why these experiences have prepared you for the experience you're having now, why you may be reviewing them anyway, in many ways with a view to take a different perspective on them, to open up and recognize the ways that you can be compassionate with yourself for some of the misdirection you may be experiencing from choices you've made in the past, but also accepting that the suffering or the difficulties were purposeful, that they have a purpose if you learn something from them, and that you cannot release these unfortunate experiences unless you do forgive yourself and those involved. In the 4th house, we have the Magician, and this is about your domestic environment, your history, your soul. This is giving me a sense of your understanding that you are able to build and create something that reflects who you are. And that instead of striving and stretching for resources or opportunities beyond those available in your environment, that you have everything you need to create what it is you want. You have all the tools, all the skills necessary, but that this particular creation, this can be anything from beautifying your home, purchasing a new home, moving to a new location, taking a new job, is really, most importantly, a reflection of who you are, the things that bring value and joy to you, and that allow you to express yourself exactly in that way, for exactly who you are. So there's almost a self-acceptance embedded here, a renewal of the way that you see yourself, understand yourself, and therefore unleashing your creative abilities to pursue the things that are important to you. In the 7th house, the Magician again. This is pretty amazing. The Magician from 2 different decks. 4th house, 7th house. This is sort of really coming from what are usually a card we don't like to see, the 3 of Swords, right? The card of heartbreak. But in this case, it's telling the story that the heartbreak, the disappointment, and the ways that you really have struggled to take responsibility for your experiences, let go of the pain and the blame to others and for other circumstances, to simply accept that those were experiences of the way you understood the expectations of others for you. Having released those, as you're gradually releasing those experiences, you're stepping more and more into the you that you are creating of you. This is taking full ownership for your experiences, your expression, the things you say, and the things you do, knowing that all your reality is a reflection of who you are, and that you have superpowers at this particular time, Taurus, to actually see that differently and to express that differently, particularly in your relationships, where it's almost as though you are now feeling deserving and worthy of whatever abundance you seek in your home life, your domestic life, and in your relationships. I'm going to pull an Starry Beginnings Oracle card and ask you, Taurus, if you're resonating with this reading, to please like and this video, share this with somebody who might find it useful or enjoyable. Comment below and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is greatly appreciated, and I've pulled Dream Big. Dream with your heart. I love this. This is a big message that I believe many of us in the collective are receiving at this time. This is not the time to play small. You've done the work to pursue what you are deserving of. And I'm also pulling from the Flora and Fauna of Africa, the golden-backed frog. And I believe Leo pulled the same card. And the plant associated with this frog is the hollyhock. And the key word is ambition. Things are changing quickly. Embrace it. Release negative emotions and commit to new beginnings. Take a leap of faith. Well, that is certainly bearing out with these beautiful Magician cards. And I might point out that you have 1, 2, and 3 here. So that's sort of positive for simplifying your life, your approach, and the confidence with which you allow yourself to be yourself. The Three of Swords in the first house is clarified by the Queen of Earth in the second house and the Seven of Air in the third house. You are your resourceful, abundant, and generous self. This is a time when you are really valuing your innate qualities and gifts, your ability to harmonize, to pursue stability and security, and work hard with discipline and focus on all the things that help you to create the sense of comfort and protection which is necessary for you in order to create. There is old stories, old tapes that run through your experience, run through your mind. Ideas that kind of cycle through. This may be causing you difficulty in sleep, but it's something that you are pursuing in your intimate conversations, unconsciously or with intention. But you're really addressing those ways in which you feel that others have criticized you or belittled you by not accepting who you are. You're also realizing that there's an element of competition in some of these intimate conversations and relationships where you have been criticized or not taken seriously, even laughed at in a way that really reflects the envy and the jealousy of others. It is not an indication of the value of your ideas or the worthiness of you. Although in the past you have accepted that to be so, and you accepted that you deserved that. You deserved being mocked in some ways, and you're now realizing that nothing of the sort can be truthful, can be real, can be authentic to your experience and your effort. In fact, you understand that as you move towards things that make you happy and successful, unfortunately, not everyone is happy for you. Not everyone supports that. And that really reflects on them, not you. You're also knowing that this is just a part of moving successfully towards something that is powerful, important, meaningful to you. Allowing yourself to shine is part of what you attract. The feedback of haters is only that, and is only intended for you to pick your battles so that you aren't addressing or dignifying every unworthy comment or action towards you. Those efforts at sabotage aren't going to work anyway. So there is no need to dignify them with even a response. However, you are overall more aware that this is a residual side effect of pursuing success, abundance, happiness, growth. And accepting that as part of helping you to realize that these are just part of the lessons that are embedded in the journey of our lives. These sorts of people, these kinds of comments are never going to go away. This resistance is never going to go completely away. Challenges will always exist. It's the way that you will go about them, the way that you understand what you're learning from these challenges, from this resistance that empowers you forward. The Magician in the fourth house is clarified by the Eight of Air in the fifth house and the Page of Water in the sixth house. You have a lot of things on your mind. There's no doubt about it. You bring a lot of concern, perhaps worry. As you are reviewing your experiences of failure, disappointment, and opening up to how much you've learned from these experiences, how much you've learned about strategizing, pacing your efforts, responding, being truthful in an appropriate way so that you don't harm yourself by just telling people the truth. That is a strategy that you now understand is not worth the satisfaction of telling somebody what you think is the truth. You now understand that critique of others, that trying to control others, have a finger on every possibility or every likelihood, is simply draining you of energy. And instead, relaxing the need to strategize everything, to control everything. Instead, to allow yourself to experience the benefit of your masterful caretaking. This is part of your ruling planet, Venus. You know how to ease yourself, harmonize, balance, relax. Balance, not balanize, but balance. But to relax into the abundance of your life, into the certainty of the joys, skills, and efforts that you are making and can make. This is an opening up, an exploration, a discovery of your greater capacity, your greater creative and imaginative capacity. The Magician in the 7th house is clarified by Patience, or the Temperance card in the 8th house, and the 5 of Water in the 9th house. Yeah, there's a strong feeling here of healing these disappointments, this pain, the suffering from the past, and really becoming grateful, understanding the gifts in those lessons, and really being grateful for the ongoing opportunities to connect with yourself in a deeper way. To having learned from these hardships, these challenges, you now understand yourself better, and you understand a variety of ways to heal or remedy situations that were out of balance, to reclaim your power and reclaim those qualities that may not be sexy on the outside, but they're the things that win the race. Your resourcefulness, your dedication, your hard work, your value in aesthetics and beauty and harmony. This is an incredible talent for a beautiful or healthy body that many of you possess. These are some of the lessons that you're committed to, staying with this process of understanding where you may have been mistaken or out of balance in the past, where you've overgiven or expected something based on an illusion that never was in evidence in those relationships. There's a little bit of piercing the fairy tale here in your experience of appreciation for who you are exactly as you are. And that this healing process you're in affects every area of your life, particularly the way that you take care of the things that are valuable to you, all things, the way that you take care of yourself, the way you accept the experiences of disappointment and move on knowing that you're now empowered to make choices that allow you to live in your own authenticity, to value yourself. The 10 of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the Page of Fire in the 11th house and the Empress in the 12th house. Well, it all comes down in the end to exactly who you are, Taurus. The Empress is one of your cards with Venus, your ruling sign. This is a beautiful expression of your talents, your resourcefulness, and your creative ability to manifest abundance, to mimic the processes, the natural processes around us, to build towards the harvest with discipline, a work ethic that is unbelievable, with always an eye to harmonizing, to growing, to expanding, so that you understand the waves and cycles of work and effort. You're also appreciating the process. You're no longer holding your nose when you have to work hard. You know by now that this is something you love, from as simple as cleaning the house to building up a business. You know how to take the steps to do it in a way that is grounded, that will confirm your stability, your security in the world, and that will give you the always ongoing satisfaction and pleasure of knowing that you're doing what is best for you, what expresses who you are, and really revels in the beauty of the world. You're excited about something, your future vision. Something that you're planning is gaining your excitement. You're inspired. It's helping you to grow, to make contacts, to think of ways to expand and move into less familiar environments. I'm going to finish off this reading, Taurus, with a Language of Flowers card. And I pulled the Sunflower. And the key word is assertiveness. Rise up, stand stronger and true. Thank you, Taurus, for this reading. Until next time, Namaste.